Welcome to the 9 billionth attempt at making this tutorial. So, there's a few rules, those being, it can spawn on a habitable or terraformable planet. Now, how it checks if something is habitable or terraformable is rather dumb. It checks if there's a part that's called water with a capital W. That's it. If there's a water part, then it's habitable or terraformable. That's how it checks. And that means that technically there's habitable planets where it can spawn, those being Syrian and Diurne, and maybe Duovita, but I doubt it. And the planet/moon has to be at least 7,000 studs away from its star, but not more than 30,000. And then the planet/moon has to be at least 100 studs in size, under 1,000. It cannot spawn on gas giants. How it checks that is it checks if the main part has collisions on. And finally, oh no, I said it can only spawn in, I believe, Proxima, Telamon, Australis, Abyssinion, Alprius, Sirius A. But it might also spawn in Sirius B, Gliese 176, Rigel, Centaurus, and Ixara. I might go over where it can spawn in those, but I don't know if it actually can, because it's kind of unclear to me. But I've never seen it in any of those systems. I know for a almost fact that it's not gonna spawn in Rigel. Gotta make sure the server's new. Okay, good, it is, cause my last attempt, my server didn't shut down, which is unfortunate, but yeah. So, I'll check Sirius A first. It can spawn in Azoria. This planet is cool, I think. And the only Azorian moon it can spawn on, unfortunately, is Ellen. This is Ellen, right? Yeah, it's just big enough, far enough, not habitable or terraformable. And then you've got Proxima. I usually like to check Proxima first because it has 3 possible spawns. And there's Telamon, which has 1 spawn. So, the Proxima spawns it can have is Magnus. You just fly around to check. It's not hard. And Anubis. It's not there. Also, Boreas, it doesn't kill you, so don't worry if you accidentally fly into it. And then you have Frosticus, which it can spawn here. Not on its moon, just the dwarf planet itself. And then there is a single dwarf planet again in Telamon, being this, I think. As long as it's not terraformable. Okay, it's not. And there shouldn't be anything else, because that's terraformable, that's habitable, that's terraformable, that's too close, yeah. Rigel is nothing fits. All habitable, terraformable, too close, or too small, or all habitable or terraformable, or too small, or a gas giant. So nothing in Rigel can Tars. And that means I must go to the Abyssinion cluster. How I like to go there is I go in between Joan 407, Gliese, and Wolf, but I've no idea where Wolf is. What the? Oh wait, no. In between Joan 407, Wolf, and Cyrus. If you go in between those 3, you go to the Abyssinion cluster. There is a wormhole, but nobody uses it because it's buggy. Okay, the systems in the Abyssinion cluster it can spawn on is Humancy Person, which it is not there. It can spawn on MKK03, which if it does spawn on here, do know, this isn't a gas giant, it has a surface, but for whatever reason, it spawns above the atmosphere in the clouds, which is weird. It might spawn here, but I've never seen it here, so I'm not sure. Maybe that's terraformable, but is it? No. I'm genuinely not sure why I haven't seen it here. Probably can spawn here. Next up, we have land, because I keep saying Okay, Diurne. So, it can spawn on Diurne. You might say, oh, that's habitable. No, it's not. It doesn't have water. Checks if there's water. And I believe it can spawn here too. We don't have it here. That's terraformable and has water. And never forget BEEBOT. If you forget BEEBOT, you will regret your life choices. It loves to spawn on BEEBOT when you least expect it. It hasn't here, but don't forget about BEEBOT. Okay? Good. Now, it can spawn on this asteroid moon, which eventually crashes into here. If it spawns here, it's gonna be floating right here, which is really annoying, but I'll fix it soon probably if I remember. And it can spawn here sometimes, maybe, possibly. Is that terraformable? Let's see. No, not terraformable. Should be able to spawn there. This is terraformable, so it can't spawn there. Thoth, not terraformable, might spawn on Thoth. Can't spawn on these two because they have water, and I believe this is terraformable. Okay, so those moons, and there's one more Astralis object it can spawn on called AMYTEL. It's rare that I see it here, but sometimes it will. And don't forget about AMYTEL. Never forget about AMYTEL or BEEBOT. The alien shop will go there when you least expect it, and you're gonna be searching for 3 hours and think, oh, I forgot to search BEEBOT and AMYTEL. And then you'll go there to one of them, and oh my god, it was there all along. So it can spawn on Sarian, might spawn here, and that's the last obvious object it can spawn on, I think. Okay, so it's not Abyssion, Astralis, or Alpius in this server. Where could it be? Where? What am I forgetting? Did it really spawn in Nixara? Hold on. Has it? I think it might be able to spawn here, which would be rather inconvenient because this is a pain to search. Okay, not there. Can't spawn there because that has water, I think. Might as well check. No harm in checking. It can't spawn there. Can't spawn there. Okay, it's not Nixara. Where might it have spawned? No. Didn't spawn on Petra, right? Right. I'm not sure. I don't think it did. Uh-oh. Fundito, save me. Okay. whatever. I don't think it can spawn here. Maybe here? No. So it can't spawn here. Surely not in Greece. Greece is a valid system, but I do not believe any of the planets are valid, because these two are... What? What do you mean? What do you mean it's on Aura? Oh. Oh, okay, so it can spawn in Greece on Aura. Okay, so that's how you find the alien shop. Those difficulties were very technical, but it only took 10 minutes, okay? That's not that bad, not hours, if you know what you're doing. So, hello Mr. Alien Shop. I'd like to buy a subspace trip mine launcher. Goodbye, alien. Uh-oh, I'm stranded. Ah! Oh no, it appears I'm dead. Well, at least we always have Eliza's Wiggly thing, co. That's an interesting name. Mia's Expensive Games. Aubrey's Jumbo Microplastics. Okay, whatever. That's the video. Computed Science Nuclear Building! Okay. If someone joins, they're gonna die. Anyways, that's the video. Hopefully you will have learned how the alien shop spawning works, and hopefully you won't be suggesting an alien shop tracker anytime soon, because I don't feel like seeing an 8th suggestion for the same thing that I've already argued why. Like, come on. The alien, he's not outputting beep, 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 I'm right here, please buy my stuff. No, he's collecting things. The only reason why that's in the snow globe is because I don't know, but I'm just gonna let the snow globe people gatekeep it. Yay. Haha. You can get it next Christmas. The snow globe's probably gonna return, and also a new thing, so people who already have the snow globe don't complain they got nothing. Alright, I forgot there's ship mines here. Anyways, yeah. Okay. Enough ranting about why I'm not gonna add an alien tracker. Goodbye. I'm Tony's Transplanetary Systems Co. now. That's the next video. I'm gonna be being Tony's Transplanetary Systems Co. for 3 hours. Okay, bye. 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 Bye.